For public health researcher Bruce Lanphier, ensuring Canada's water supply is free from lead contamination is deeply personal.
When my wife was pregnant with our second child, she had a miscarriage, a spontaneous abortion or miscarriage. And we later found out that the water fountain she was drinking from had extremely high levels of lead.
Of course, it's not possible to say that lead exposure caused Lanphier's wife to miscarry, but he says it's driven him to fight for the kind of change now being seen in some cities across the country.
It definitely is a problem. That's why we want to make this conversion over.
The mayor of Regina says his city will now fast-track plans to replace lead service lines, working with homeowners to ensure lines on private property are changed as well. But as Regina and Montreal promise swift action and sweeping change, outside these cities few commitments have been made.
Recognizing that the pipes need to change over time and that there's work to do, that overall I have full confidence in the water supply and the integrity of it in our city.
There are an estimated 500 million lead service lines still in operation across Canada. Replacing them all would likely cost billions.
I'm not surprised at all, really. The cities have been very reluctant to address this conflict of interest. Generally speaking, they did not respond in the U.S. unless they were under intense public pressure to do so.
That public pressure is intensifying. This week, cities like Calgary and Regina have reported a significant increase in calls from concerned residents. But it's not just the municipal governments that bear responsibility in this.
We really need a national effort here to help cities across the country.
But the federal government says it does not plan to make its national lead safety guidelines binding. Instead, the health minister says that's up to provincial governments.
We've adopted some updated guidelines this year, and if we look at the guidelines that we've adopted, actually they're even better than the World Health Organization guidelines. We continue to monitor the situation very closely.
Provinces like Alberta and Ontario say they plan to adopt Health Canada standards, but until policies are in place to ensure water is more widely tested in a transparent way, Lanphier believes he'll have to keep fighting. Heather Yourex-West, Global News, Calgary.